started here, getting ready to get the net rolling. Where'd my mouse go? I gotta start the stream here, about 5 minutes till. Again, this is simulcast on K1BLU and on the Insomniac Net channel, which just got created a little bit ago. Let's see, looks like we got one viewer so far. Welcome, welcome. Good evening. Let's see here. Room one, I'll probably get that muted once I start calling. Good evening, everyone. This is Ryan, K1BLU. I will be your Sunday night net control operator for the Insomniac Trivia Net. The net will convene wherever you hear the sound of my voice in about 2 minutes. The net should last about 90 minutes, and a clear frequency will be appreciated. All right, that should capture my local mic and IX repeat and hopefully not have any reverb or duplication, whatever we get. Ready or not, here we go. Time to start. The Insomniac Net meets every evening at 10 p.m. Pacific Time. This is a directed net, so all calls should go through the net control station. For more information and connection options, you can go to www.winsystem.org. Tonight, as usual, I have one trivia question per person, each with a few possible answers. After I call the regular roster, then I will call for late check-ins, followed by guests and visitors to the net, which will be in about 60 minutes from now. If you're listening on a scanner, consider getting your own ham radio license and joining us. If necessary, you may email your check-in to me at K1BLU@winsystem.org. You may also join our email list by going to www.insomniac-group.com. This service is free, and you'll receive a question and answer in your own email inbox. After all of the check-ins, I'll read the statistics for the questions. We only have 2 rules here on the Insomniac Net. One is that the net controller's answers are always correct, and 2, that you have fun doing the net. Before we begin, is there any emergency traffic, announcements, or items of business for the net? Alrighty, hearing none, we will go ahead and get started with our net and list. Starting off as usual with the net controllers and system controllers. And first off on that list is Steve, N5ZUA.
And I am ready for a question, Ryan. Go ahead. Thanks for hosting the net.
Not a problem to Steve. Your question for tonight. What did Thomas Dolby do after his 1982 smash hit, She Blinded Me with Science? Was that A, he became a professional race car driver? B, he became a tech entrepreneur and university professor? Or C, he opened a chain of vintage clothing stores?
Oh yeah, that one-hit wonder. I never did hear what he did. So let's just go with Alpha just for fun and see what that does. Thanks. And 5ZUA.
That's the theme of tonight's question, one-hit wonders and where they are now. Thomas Dolby actually became a tech entrepreneur and university professor. You haven't heard of Dolby, have you? Thomas Dolby developed ringtone synthesizer technology for mobile phones and later became a professor at Johns Hopkins University. Amazing how she blinded him with science. Thanks for being out there, Steve. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. I am your Sunday night net control operator, K1BLU. Let's see if Robert is out there, K06NET. Nothing heard from Robert. Let's see if Jennifer is out there, K06NES.
Good evening, everybody. Yep, this is KO6 and ES. Good evening, good evening. Go ahead, sir, with a...
Alrighty, your question for tonight. Following her 1982 cheerleading anthem, Mickey, what did Toni Basil focus her career on? Is that A, she became an acclaimed choreographer for major movies? B, she became a competitive gymnast? Or C, she launched a line of athletic wear?
Well, being a big fan of the 80s, I am a big fan of that song, Hey Mickey. Hearing that Toni Basil was actually a cheerleader in real life, I believe she was a choreographer. She did all of her dance moves for her videos, so I'm going to go with A because that's an awesome song. So thank you so much. 7-3, everybody. Have a good week ahead.
And you would be correct with A. She became an acclaimed choreographer for major movies. Toni Basil went on to choreograph massive films like Legally Blonde and Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Thanks for being out there, Jen. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is our Monday night Insomniac operator, Robert, KI5AOK. Next on our list, moving on to Tuesday, is Teresa, KE5MUX. And let's see if our Wednesday night Insomniac Net operators out there, Bob and sometimes Lynn, K6IPE. Moving on down to Thursday night, it's Ian, AE5ID. And our Friday night duo, Russell and Linda, AF6EQ and K6LBL. I don't know. No idea. Mm-hmm. Moving on down to our Saturday night tag team. First is Scott, N7FGP.
Good evening, Ryan, and hello everyone on the net tonight. Ready for a question?
Alrighty, Scott. What did Vanilla Ice transition to do after the massive success of Ice Ice Baby? A. He became a professional chef. B. He became a real estate investor and home renovation TV host. Or C. He started a successful chain of ice cream parlors.
Oh, well, I believe it was Bravo, a real estate and home show renovation specialist. Thanks for doing the net, N7FGP.
And you would be correct. He found a second career flipping houses and hosted the Vanilla Ice Project on the DIY network. Thanks for being out there, Scott. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful morning and great week ahead. Next up is Wilt, WB7 VPI. Brings me next to Little Al. Let's see if he's out there tonight, and 6MOT. And let's see if Alex got out of the salt mines in time. W7 following that money. Alrighty, folks, that brings me to the bottom of the Win System members, the net controllers and system controllers section of the list. Moving on to the Win System members section of the list. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator. And first on our Win System member list is Steve, KB6WR.
Well, good evening, Ryan. Steve here in Bakersfield. Go ahead.
Alrighty, Steve. Dealing with one-hit wonders here. What has Goatee focused on since his 2011 mega hit, Somebody That I Used to Know? Is that A, acting in Australian soap operas? B, running a coffee plantation in South America? Or C, preserving the legacy of vintage electronic music? I know those questions are way out there for any of us.
Now, who's this character you're talking about? What's his name?
Apparently, it's pronounced Goatee, Gotye. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, how about B? I'll take Bravo. KB6WR.
Well, again, a guess is as good as a guess. Surprisingly enough, though, it's actually C, preserving the legacy of vintage electronic music, whatever electronic music is. He formed a tribute band to honor electronic music pioneer Jean-Jacques Perry and runs a record label to preserve rare electronic sounds. Wonder if that's like the old 80s synthesizers. Anyways, thank you for being out there, Steve, for participating, and we'll catch you next time you're out there. Next on our list, have a great evening and week ahead. Next on our list is Larry and Stephanie, if they're there, KN6JLX and KN6JLW.
Hi, Ryan. This is Larry, KN6JLX, along with Stephanie, KN6JLW. Go ahead with our question.
Alrighty, your question for tonight. How did Sir Mix-a-Lot capitalize on the success of 1992's Baby Got Back? A. He built a fortune by owning his publishing and producing music. B. He opened a chain of burger restaurants in Seattle. Or C. He became a prominent sports commentator.
All right, Ryan. Stephanie's going to go Alpha, and I'm going to go Bravo. Thanks for doing the net, and have a good week.
Well, I can say one did a little better than the other. It was actually Alpha. By owning the publishing rights to his iconic song, he earned a massive fortune through endless commercial licensing and movie placements. Even to this day, I still see, or should I say, hear that song in jeans commercials of all things. Thank you guys for being out there. I do appreciate it. Have yourselves a wonderful week and a great week ahead. Next on our list is Tony, W6TL.
Good evening, Ryan. Tony, hanging here at Oakland. Go ahead, please.
All righty, Tony. What did Semisonic's frontman Dan Wilson do after their 1998 hit Closing Time? A. He became a top-tier songwriter for artists like Adele and Taylor Swift. B. He retired from music to become a high school teacher. Or C. He opened a chain of late-night diners.
Well, I guess I'll go with Alpha.
And Alpha is an extremely good guess because he did become a top-tier songwriter. Dan Wilson became a highly sought-after collaborator, famously co-writing Adele's smash hit Someone Like You. Thanks for being out there, Tony. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Chris, W1MER. All right, nothing heard from Chris. How about Benson, K6BEN?
Good evening, Ryan. This is Benson in Hollister, California, K6BEN. Well, let's give it a try here.
All righty, Benson. After New Radicals had their only hit with You Get What You Give, what did frontman Greg Alexander do? A. He became a highly successful behind-the-scenes songwriter. B. He became a pilot for a commercial airline. Or C. He starred in a hit sitcom.
Well, I have no idea. Greg Listen sounds like somebody would see at the end of credits for sitcoms, so I'm just gonna say C, Charlie. Anyways, thanks for hosting the net, K6BEN.
Well, he may have been in a few of them. but that wasn't the full. He actually became a highly successful behind the scenes songwriter. A Alpha, maybe he wrote the songs for those sitcoms. Alexander disbanded the group shortly after their hit to write and produce songs for artists like Santana and Ronan Keating. If you can't sing them, write for them. Thanks for being out there, Benson. Have yourself a great evening and a great week ahead. Next on our list is Fred, W1FRC. Okay. Where'd my mouse go? Come on. There we go. All right, nothing from Fred. How about Alan, KI6HNL?
Good evening, Alan here. Go ahead.
Good evening, Alan. Your question for tonight. What did Linda Perry of Four Non-Blondes do after the success of the song What's Up? A. She became a leading music producer and songwriter for pop stars. B. She started a line of designer hats. Or C. She became a music journalist.
How about B, Bravo? KI6 Digital.
Well, actually, she still stayed in the music industry. A. She became a leading music producer and songwriter for pop stars. Linda Perry became a superstar producer, writing massive hits for Christina Aguilera, Pink, and Gwen Stefani. Thanks for being out there, Alan. We do appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on our list is Alex, KN6ZKU. I'm getting tired, and if I have caffeine now, I'll be up all night. Let's keep the pace going. Nothing heard from Alex. How about Bruce, KM6, Zebra Unicorn Chihuahua? All right, how about Jack, KJ6YAO?
Good evening, Ryan. Jack here. Fire away.
Good evening, Jack. Your question for tonight. What did rapper Chameleonaire do after winning a Grammy for the song Ridin'? A. He became a tech entrepreneur and venture capitalist. B. He became a professional race car driver. Or C. He opened a chain of luxury car washes.
Uh, these questions are getting harder as the night goes on. I have absolutely no clue. So let me see. Let's go with A. KJ6YAO. Back to you, Ryan.
Well, that's kind of the fun of my net. If you don't know it, you can learn something new, even if it's just for the duration of the net. I know my memory doesn't work very well. However, you are correct with A. He became a tech entrepreneur and venture capitalist. He pivoted to the tech world, becoming an early investor in Maker Studios and a partner at an LA-based venture capital firm. So, getting money from riding and making it grow. Thanks for being out there, Jack. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator. Next on our list is Bud, KI6JIP.
Bud, KI6JIP.
Good evening, Bud. After Devo scored their biggest hit with the song Whip It, what did frontman Mark Mothersbaugh become? A prolific film and television composer, B, a famous architect, or C, a professional painter? I got mostly background noise in that. Can you try one more time for me, please? Alrighty, and you are correct with Alpha. Mothersbaugh has scored dozens of major projects, including the Rugrats cartoon and the Marvel film Thor Ragnarok. Now, Jeanette, go on from composing music to television composer. Not too far off the path. Thanks for being out there, bud. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is GAR W6AXM. All right, how about Chris, VE3RWJ? Alrighty, folks, that brings me to the bottom of the Wind System members section of our list. I'd like to thank you guys for your contributions and help keep the Wind System up and running at a global level at this point. Anybody else who is interested in becoming a Wind System member, you can go to the windsystem.org website, go to that Contribute tab, and help us out. Get that warm, fuzzy feeling for knowing you helped amateur radio, as well as getting called a little earlier on the Insomniac Trivia Nets. And with that, let's go ahead and move on down to our regular Sunday night roster. First and foremost on there is Mike, KN6MIK.
Good evening, Ryan. Always a pleasure. K1BLU, Mike here in San Diego. Fire away, my brother.
Alrighty, Mike, your question for tonight. How does Norman Greenbaum sustain himself after his 1969 hit Spirit in the Sky? A. He lives comfortably off the song's constant movie and TV licensing. B. He runs a successful spiritual retreat center. Or C. He became a commercial airline pilot.
Let's go with, let's hit it in the middle. Let's go with B, Bravo. K1BLU, back to you, Ryan.
Well, that is the one thing about making really good one-hit wonders. You can live comfortably off the song's constant movie and TV licensing feedback. There's actually A. The iconic fuzz guitar track has been licensed for so many films and commercials that has provided him a comfortable lifelong income. Only I had the talent to make a song that would pretty much keep me afloat for the rest of my life. Interesting. Anyways, thank you for being out there, Mike. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Moving on down to Robert, VK2DY. Good afternoon, Robert.
Good afternoon. This is Robert, BK2DY. Go ahead with my question, please.
All righty. Before I get to the question here, just a quick side note. Last night, the local ham radio club had a movie night, and we saw the movie The Dish, referring to the Apollo 11 and that gigantic dish down there in Australia. Boy, was it a very interesting movie. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Your question for tonight. How did Rick Astley experience a massive career revival years after the song Never Gonna Give You Up? Was that A, he won a major reality singing competition? B, he became the center of a massive internet bait and switch meme? Or C, he was cast as the lead in a Broadway musical?
Who hasn't been rickrolled? It's part of the internet now to be never going to give you up, being rickrolled, sent to that. Anyway, it's an internet thing. And yeah, Dish. I actually saw the Dish up in Parks right around the 50-year after the space landing. They opened it up, and you're able to walk even on the top of the dish and everything. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I've seen that. That's about 4 hours drive from here. BK2DY.
Awesome. One of these days, if I ever do travel outside the states, that's one place I wouldn't mind checking out. So, anyways, and you are correct. The Rickrolling internet phenomenon introduced his music to a whole new generation and revitalized his touring career. Yes, who has not been Rickrolled? Thanks for being out there, Robert. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up on our list is Richard, NW7OR.
Greetings, Ryan, and Insomniacs everywhere. What you got for me?
Alrighty, Richard, your question for tonight. What did the hip hop duo tag team do years after releasing the song Whoomp, There It Is? A. They starred in a wildly popular ice cream commercial for Geico. B. They became professional basketball coaches. Or C. They opened a roller rink in Atlanta.
Well, gee, I don't follow hip hop at all. I'm a old time rock and roll guy. So I think I'll just go with Alpha. Thank you kindly for all you do, and 7-3 to everyone. This is NW7OR.
Who doesn't love that old time rock and roll? But you are correct, at least with Alpha. They famously parodied their own song as Scoop, There It Is, while serving ice cream in a viral Geico insurance ad. Now, that's an ad I'm going to have to Google after this net. Scoop, there it is. Anyways, thanks for being out there, Richard. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday night net control operator. Next on our list is Peter, KE6RAX.
Good evening. I think I'm still here.
Well, I'm not too sure where else you would be. Your question for tonight, Peter. After the Buggles released Video Killed the Radio Star, what did singer Trevor Horn do? A. He became a legendary Grammy winning record producer. B. He became a prominent radio DJ. Or C. He directed music videos for MTV.
Considering I never heard of the song or the person you mentioned, I'll just try B, KE6RAX.
Well, that is a good possibility. However, it was actually A. He became a legendary Grammy winning record producer. Trevor Horn went on to produce massive hit albums for artists like Seal, Yes, and Frankie Goes to Hollywood. For anybody who knows who those people are. Thanks for being out there, Peter. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on our list is Patrick, KI7LAG.
Good evening, Ryan. This is Patrick, KI7LAG. Go ahead with your question.
All righty, Patrick. What did Terry Jacks do after his 1974 smash hit Seasons in the Sun? Was that A, he became a dedicated environmental activist? B, he opened a chain of flower shops? Or C, he became a politician in Canada?
Oh gosh, I think you probably would have had better luck asking about Aerosmith back in the saddle again. But I'll go with A Alpha, KI7LAG, back to net.
Well, Aerosmith wasn't a one-hit wonder, and most of these are, so I doubt I'd have that on the list. But you are correct with A. Jax largely stepped away from the music industry to dedicate his life to environmental causes and fighting pollution in Canada. Thanks for being out there, Patrick. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Scott, KJ7DTX.
Hello, Ryan. This is Scott and Gresham standing by.
Alrighty, Scott. What did C.W. McCall do after his 1975 trucking novelty song, Convoy? A. He became the mayor of Ouray, Colorado. B. He started a nationwide trucking company. Or C. He hosted a travel show on cable television.
Well, thank you, Ryan, for running the net tonight. Good question. I have no idea. I like to think he became mayor. I think that was Alpha. Have a good day. KJ7DTX.
And you would be correct. Under his real name, Bill Fries, the singer entered politics and served 3 terms as mayor of a small Colorado town. Thanks for being out there, Scott. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Dave, WA7DGY.
This is WA7DGY, Dave in Phoenix. Go ahead with my question.
Alrighty, Dave. What did Rick Dees do after hitting #1 with the novelty song Disco Duck? A. He became a legendary syndicated radio DJ. B. He opened a chain of disco nightclubs. Or C. He became a voice actor for Disney. Disco,
Let's
disco
try
duck,
Bravo.
quack, 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 quack. You said try Bravo? You cut yourself off.
Roger, Bravo.
Alrighty, that's what I thought I heard. He very well could have. However, in reality, it was A. He became a legendary syndicated radio DJ. He hosted the internationally syndicated Rick D's weekly Top 40 Countdown radio show for decades. I can still remember the jingle on it. It was played on local Kiss FM 102.7. Wow, that was back in the 90s. Wow, I feel old. Never mind, let's go on. Next up, Kevin, AI7GA.
Good evening, Ryan. I appreciate you doing the net tonight and all the work you go through to come up with these questions. Although I'm fearing the one I'm going to get tonight. I'm ready for my question.
Alrighty, Kevin, your question for tonight. After Lips Inc. scored a global smash with Funky Town, what did creator Steven Greenberg do? A. He became a successful web designer and tech entrepreneur. B. He became a professional dancer. Or C. He opened a chain of roller discos.
Funky Town. I'm going to guess Bravo. I've got no idea. Back in the AI7G.
You got the song, but your guess would be as good as mine. Actually, it was Alpha. He became a successful web designer and tech entrepreneur. Greenberg largely left the music industry to found a successful web design company in the late 1990s. Funky Town Web Design. Interesting. I don't know what he called it, but anyways, thanks for being out there, Kevin. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Susan, AI7SE.
Hello, Ryan. Thanks for doing the net tonight. It's kind of a fun net. With all these interesting questions. I am ready for my question.
All righty, Susan, your question for tonight. What did Martha Wash of the Weather Girls do after the song It's Raining Men? A. She became a champion for vocalists' legal rights. B. She became a renowned meteorologist. Or C. She started an umbrella manufacturing company. The Umbrella Corp? No.
Okay, that's what I did wrong. I'm going to go with B, the meteorologist.
You'd think it had something to do with rain, but in fact, she became a champion for vocalists' legal rights after her vocals were used without credit by groups like C&C Music Factory. Her successful lawsuits resulted in federal legislation mandating vocal credits on CDs. How interesting. Thank you for being out there, Susan. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Shidasatwa, KN6 TTG.
Thanks, Ryan, for conducting the net. I'm suffering a denial of service attack, so there might be packet loss. Go ahead with the question, KN6 TTG.
You got packet loss.
No problem. All right, your question for tonight, Shidasatwa. What did Eddie Brickell do after her 1988, Edie Brickell, do after her 1988 hit, What I Am? A. She married Paul Simon and co-wrote a Broadway musical with Steve Martin. B. She became a philosophy professor. Or C. She retired to a farm in Texas and stopped making music. Good evening, whoever's out there. I
I'm
see a
going to
couple
go
people.
with B, Bravo. Have fun, everyone. Shoot this up. We will KN6 TTG 73.
Well, not exactly. She actually did marry Paul Simon and co-wrote a Broadway musical with Steve Martin. She collaborated with comedian Steve Martin on the bluegrass musical Bright Star, which earned several Tony Award nominations. Thank you for being out there, Shidasatwa. We do appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday Night Net Control Operator. And next on our list is Chuck and sometimes Linda, KN6YMF.
Ryan, this is Chuck, KN6YMF here in St. George. All right, we're both here. What do you got for us?
Alrighty, what did the members of Deep Blue Something do after the song Breakfast at Tiffany's? A. They opened a specialized guitar and music shop in Texas. B. They opened a jewelry store. Or C. They became film critics.
Well, I guessed C, and Lynn said she guessed A. Hey, thanks for doing the net tonight. Appreciate it. Have a great week, Ryan, and back to you.
Well, one of you did better than the other. It was actually A. Members of the band settled in Texas and opened a successful local business specializing in vintage and acoustic guitars. If you love music, you stay in it one way or another. Thank you guys for being out there. We appreciate it. Have yourselves a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Phil, K6. Pack my suitcase.
Good evening. This is Phil, K6. Pack my suitcase. Go!
Good evening, Phil. Your question for tonight. What did Bobby McFerrin do after his a cappella hit, Don't Worry, Be Happy? A. He became a highly respected classical conductor and vocal innovator. B. He became a motivational speaker. Or C. He opened a comedy club.
I'm gonna go with Alabama Slammer.
And you would be correct with that, Alabama Slammer. McFerrin has won numerous Grammys for his jazz work and frequently guest conducts major symphony orchestras around the world. Thank you for being out there, Phil. We do appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Charles, KF6GEN.
On that, this is Charles KF6GEN. Ready for my question.
Good evening, Charles. Your question for tonight. What is the current status of the Baha Men, known for the song Who Let the Dogs Out? A. They still tour globally and have won a Grammy Award. B. They operate a dog rescue sanctuary in the Bahamas. Or C. They completely disbanded in 2001.
Yes, we'll try Alpha.
And you would be correct with Alpha. The group won a Grammy for Best Dance Recording and continues to release music and tour to this day. Thank you for being out there, Charles. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on our list is Joe, KD4STN. And next up, how about David, K7AWX? Next on our list is Glenn, KD5YYZ.
This is KD5YYZ, Glenn in Las Vegas, and I'm ready for the question.
Alrighty, Glenn. What is a famous fact about a Flock of Seagulls frontman, Mike Score, to this day? A. He still tours, but famously shaved off his iconic winged haircut. B. He became an actual ornithologist studying seagulls. C. He refused to ever play I Ran live ever again.
I think I'll go with Alpha on that. Thank you for doing the net. KD5YYZ, back to you.
And you would be correct. He still tours, but famously shaved off his iconic winged haircut. The singer eventually embraced a bald look, completely ditching the dramatic 80s hairstyle that made him famous. Thanks for being out there, Glenn. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Mike, KB6 Downhill Racer.
Good evening, Ryan, and everybody on the net. This is KB6 Downhill Racer, and I am ready for tonight's input.
Alrighty, Mike. How did the Danish-Norwegian group Aqua capitalize on their past hit Barbie Girl? A. They reunited to tour heavily following the success of the 2023 Barbie movie. B. They sued Mattel for intellectual property theft in 2023. Or C. They opened a museum dedicated to plastic toys.
I absolutely have no clue. I have no clue who they are, where they are, or even what they are. I don't know. Let's go with Charlie. Thanks for doing the net.
Well, I've heard of the song, but I have no idea who they are or where they are. But apparently, according to the answers to the questions, they reunited to tour heavily following the success of the 2023 Barbie movie, A. The 2023 blockbuster film featured a remix of their song, which propelled the band back into global spotlight for a massive tour. Imagine that, having a hit back in the 80s or 90s, and then in 2023, bringing it back to life. Thank you for being out there, Mike. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next on my list is Grant, KJ7WKX.
Good evening. This is Grant, KJ7WKX. I'm ready for a question.
Alrighty, Grant. What did Tommy Two-Tone frontman Tommy Heath do after 8675309 Jenny? A. He worked for years as a computer software analyst. B. He started his own telephone company. Or C. He became a private investigator.
Well, I think the telephone company would be the funniest since they gave out telephones at a Catch a Rising Star concert for him. But I'm going to go with Alpha. Thanks for doing the net.
That would be interesting. Imagine having a Tommy Two-Tone telephone. But you are correct with Alpha. Heath transitioned into the tech industry as a software engineer and analyst while occasionally playing weekend gigs. Imagine working for a tech company and having the guy next to you, the main frontman for 8675309. Anyways, thank you for being out there, Grant. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday Night Net Control Operator. Next on our list is Kevin, K6, King James Version. Nothing heard. How about Todd, KD6DIQ?
Good evening. This is Todd. Go ahead with the question, please.
Good evening, Todd. Your question for tonight. What did the Vapors frontman Dave Fenton do after the song Turning Japanese? A. He became a music industry lawyer. B. He moved to Tokyo to open a restaurant. C. He became a travel agent.
I have no idea. We'll go with A. Final answer, KD60 IQ.
Alrighty, well, A it is. He became a music industry lawyer. After dealing with the legal complexities of the music business, he went back to school and became an attorney for the Musicians Union. Thanks for being out there, Todd. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is John, KO6FCY. Nothing heard. How about Santos, KJ7ETU? All right. How about Alvin, KG5EGD?
Yes, this is Alvin in the Chipmunks, and I wanted to say that guy was right earlier. There's a lot of packing stuff happening there, but then the other guy said that back in the saddle again. That was Gene Autry. But I'm ready for my question.
Yes, sir, it was. Your question for tonight. What career change did singer Desiree make after her hit You Gotta Be? A. She became a naturopath and nutritionist. B. She became a life coach. Or C. She started a fitness clothing line. I don't know what they are. Thankfully,
Okay,
I've got the answers.
I'm not familiar with that lady, but
I don't.
I'm going to take C. Yeah, C, but Bobby's right.
Alrighty, well, I agree. I'm not familiar with that person either, but it was actually A. She stepped away from the music industry in the 2000s to study alternative medicine and nutrition, becoming a naturopath and nutritionist. Interesting, from singer to health person. Thanks for being out there, Alvin. We do appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful morning and great week ahead. Next up, moving on up to Alaska, Arenza, KK4, red, yellow. I don't know where I stopped keying on that one. It was A, naturopath and nutritionist. Stepped away from the music industry in the 2000s to study alternative medicine and nutrition. Next up, moving on up to Alaska, looking for Arenza, KK4, red, yellow, green. Next on our list, looking for Riley, N6, ATP. Nothing heard from Riley. How about Dave? KF8EXA. Later on in the net, it gets
Ryan. This is Dave, Kilo
Quieter.
Foxtrot 8 Echo X-Ray Alpha, and I'm ready for my question.
Yay! Somebody came up. Good evening, Dave. Your question for tonight. Where are the Los Del Rio duo who created the song Macarena today? A. They still perform regularly as beloved local legends in Spain. B. They retired to a private island. Or C. They opened a chain of dance studios in Miami.
A good one. I will just have to do a guess. I'll just go with A, Alpha. Thanks for doing that tonight, Ryan. 732 and all the Insomniacs out there. Back to you, Ryan.
And you would be correct. The duo, Antonio and Rafael, continue to perform their legendary hit and other traditional Spanish music in their home country of Spain. Thank you for being out there, Dave. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful morning and great week ahead. Next up is Ed, K06MMN. Mike, November. Almost there. Almost there. All right. Nothing heard from Ed. How about Adrian, W6APT? Moving on down to Jason, KK7ZSH.
Good evening, Ryan, and all the Insomniacs out there. Please go ahead with my question, sir.
All righty, Jason. What was inspired by the Proclaimers' hit I'm Gonna Be, also known as 500 Miles? A hit stage musical and film called Sunshine on Leith, Leith. B, a popular annual charity marathon in Scotland. Or C, a travel documentary about walking across the UK.
Well, I'll be honest with you here, Ryan. Like, music and this type of stuff tonight is like my worst subject ever. So, I'm just going to guess and I'll go with C, Charlie. Have a good night, everybody out there. KK7ZSH.
Well, I will take that into consideration. I do appreciate all feedback, and I know there's a few other people that are not too keen on this kind of stuff, but I try and flip through different topics. And of course, if you guys want to give me some topics to try, I'm all ears. You know how to reach me. However, it was actually A. Their songs formed the basis for a beloved jukebox musical that was later adapted into a successful 2013 movie, Sunshine on Leith. Thank you for being out there, Jason. I do appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening, or morning for that matter, evening, and we'll catch you next Sunday night, hopefully. Next up is Eric, K06NUS.
Good evening, Ryan. This is K06NUS in San Jose. I'm ready for my question.
All righty, Eric, your question for tonight. What did the brothers in Right Said Fred do after the song I'm Too Sexy? A. They opened a gym and continued releasing independent dance music. B. They became high fashion runway models. C. They started a successful clothing brand for bodybuilders.
Oh man. Well, let's just go with A. I'm not sure, but back to you. Have a good evening.
And you would be correct with A. The Fairbrass brothers remain active in the music industry and fitness world in the UK after opening a gym and continuing releasing independent dance music. Thanks for being out there, Eric. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday Night Net Control Operator. And next on the list is Sonet VA7SCJ. Nothing heard from her tonight. How about Daniel, W7DJL?
Well, good evening. 7 Delta Story Lima, hit me.
Alrighty, Daniel. What is Eiffel 65 doing years after their hit Blue Dabadi? A. They still perform and produce electronic dance music. B. They opened a paint manufacturing company. Or C. They became famous video game developers. I'm blue, da dee da dee da.
Oh gosh, I've never even heard of them before. I don't know who they are. Let me go with A. Alpha.
And A. Alpha is correct. Frontman Jeffrey J. and the group continue to tour the 1990s nostalgia circuit and release electronic tracks. I don't know any of their other songs, but I am very familiar with Blue. That was a very interesting one from the 90s. Thanks for being out there, Daniel. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Next up is Brian, KK7SMN. Nothing heard. How about Brett, K2BEL? Next up is Gerardo, KJ5BLV.
Yeah, good evening, Ryan Gerardo, KJ5 Bravo Lima Victor. Ready for my question?
Good evening, Gerardo. Your question for tonight. How did the Canadian reggae artist Snow, who did the song Informer, return to the charts in 2019? A. He was famously sampled by Daddy Yankee for the global hit Con Calma. B. He collaborated with Justin Bieber on a new album. Or C. He won a reality singing competition. Informer, cigar, well, I lick
Okay,
my
ooh,
mom now.
that's a hard one. Wow, gonna go with Bravo on this one. But anyway, thank you so much for doing the net. Hope everyone has a great week. And this is Gerardo going with Bravo, KJ5, Bravo Lima Victor. Thank you.
Alrighty, well, thank you for being out there. Actually, it was Alpha. He was famously sampled by Daddy Yankee for the global hit Con Calma. Daddy Yankee's massive hit Con Calma, which I've never heard of myself, directly interpolated the chorus of Informer, earning Snow renewed fame and royalties. And it's the thing with music industry, you never know where you're gonna get a hit or miss from. Thanks for being out there, Gerardo. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful morning and great week ahead. Next up is Gabriel, K06NNU. Yeah. Nothing heard. How about Bruce N7MXT?
Indeed, I am lurking out here. So, gosh, they'd say in Ronan Martin's laughing, sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me.
You just gave me an idea for a new net. Thanks, Bruce. Your question for tonight: what did Carl Douglas do after hitting #1 with the song Kung Fu Fighting? A. He runs a successful film and documentary production company. B. He became a martial arts instructor. Or C. He starred in several action movies.
Mercy. Those are all excellent. Let's go with Charlie just because.
Well, strangely enough, it was actually A. He runs a successful film and documentary production company. Carl Douglas transitioned behind the scenes in the entertainment industry, focusing on film and media production. Instead of singing about kung fu fighting, now he films it. Thanks for being out there, Bruce. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next up is Dennis, K06NZO. And last but not least on our Sunday night is Gary, KJ7JXO. Alrighty, nothing heard from Gary, and that brings me to the bottom of the Win System Insomniac, not Win System members, of the Sunday Night Insomniac Trivia Net roster. Let's go ahead and scroll back up to the top. Are there any late and missed net controllers or system controllers at this time? Net controllers or system controllers only. Please come down with the suffix of your call sign twice phonetically, please. Nothing heard. Moving on down to the Win System members. If you are a currently paid up member of the Win System and would like to check in tonight's net and didn't get your chance to earlier, now is your chance. Suffix of your call sign twice phonetically, please. Win System members only at this time.
Foxtrot Romeo Charlie.
Alpha.
Foxtrot
That's
Romeo
right,
Charlie.
Mike. Alpha. That's right, Mike.
Whiskey, whiskey, uniform. Whiskey, whiskey, uniform.
Alrighty. I got 3 that go around. First one I heard was, I believe, Fred, W6FRC. Is that you, sir?
Go ahead and shoot me a question. Sounds like everything tonight is about one-hit wonders, or am I missing something?
You are correct. Tonight's AI search for questions was one-hit wonders and where are they now? So your question for tonight, what did Nina do after her global hit 99 Luftballons? A. She remained a massive pop star and became a talent show judge in Germany. B. She became a balloon manufacturer. Or C. She retired from music to become a politician.
I don't know, but I think the most logical answer is A. She remained in the industry and became a music judge in Germany.
And you would be correct. While a one-hit wonder in the US, she is a music legend in Germany and served as a coach on The Voice of Germany. Thank you for being out there, Fred. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. Next I heard was, I believe, Gar, W6AXM.
Yeah, W6AXM. I'm very late because I was very occupied. Go ahead, withdraw your my question, please. Over.
Not a problem, sir. Not a problem indeed. Your question for tonight, what chart record do Zager and Evans hold regarding their hit in the year 2525? A. They are the only artists to have a US UK #1 hit and never enter the charts again. B. It is the longest song to ever reach #1. Or C. They are the only duo to write a #1 hit in under 5 minutes.
I honestly don't know. I'm going to go with Alpha, W6AXM.
Well, you would be correct with Alpha. Their massive 1969 sci-fi hit is the quintessential one-hit wonder, as they never charted a single other song on the Billboard Hot 100, yet they hit #1 at both US and UK Billboard charts. Thank you for being out there, Gar. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and great week ahead. And the third one I heard, I believe, is that Lynn, KI5WWU.
Good morning. This is Lynn in Houston, KI5WWU. I'm ready for my question, please.
Good evening, Lynn. It's not very often we hear you on the air, so it's great hearing you out there. Your question for tonight, what did the Kingsmen famously achieve regarding their hit song Louie Louie? A. They won a historic legal battle for the rights to their own recordings. B. They proved in court that the lyrics were not obscene. Or C. Both A and B are true.
Really interesting question. It reminds me of Animal House, but I'm going to go with Charlie. Great net as always. Back to you, KI5WWU.
And yes, you are actually correct with that. After the FBI investigated the song for obscenity, the band later waged a successful legal war to reclaim the rights and royalties to their own music. That must have been a very interesting battle. But you are correct, Lynn. We appreciate it, and it's great hearing you out there. Have yourself a wonderful morning and great week ahead. All right, let's go ahead with anybody from the normal Sunday night list. So if I regularly call you on Sunday night and for whatever reason you could not get to your radio in time, now is your chance. Suffix of your call sign twice phonetically. If I normally call you on Sunday, suffix of your call sign twice phonetically, please.
Bravo, Echo, Lima. Bravo, Echo, Lima.
Alrighty, only heard one that go around, which I believe is Brett, K2BEL.
Yep, this is Brett, K2BEL, mobile. Assuming normal format, I'm ready for my question.
Alrighty, Brett. What happened to Bertie Higgins after his 1982 yacht rock hit Key Largo? A. He became a massive superstar in China and tours there regularly. B. He moved to Florida and opened a boat rental business. C. He became a Humphrey Bogart impersonator.
Wow, so hopefully you can hear me because I'm up under the bridge now. I always have to go under when I leave work. But I'm going to go with Bravo. Assuming you can hear me, my answer is Bravo. Back to net.
I got you in loud and clear. However, it wasn't exactly Bravo. It was A, Alpha. His music found a massive, unexpected audience in China, where he is treated as a major international music star and tours there regularly. Thank you for being out there, Brett. We do appreciate it. Mobile safely, please, and have yourself a wonderful week ahead. Alrighty, folks, let's go ahead and open it up to anybody, anywhere wishing to check in tonight's net. Suffix of your call sign. My call sign is K1BLU, so I would say Bravo Lima Uniform. Bravo Lima Uniform. Anybody, anywhere wishing to check in tonight's net, now is a chance. Suffix of your call sign, twice phonetically, please.
Golf, Yankee, Foxtrot. Golf, Yankee, Foxtrot.
Golf Echo Tango. Golf Echo Tango. Kilo 7 Alpha Tango Golf. Kilo 7 Alpha Tango Golf.
Alrighty, I heard three that go around. Let's start off with, I believe, Eric, WN7GYF.
This is WN7GYF, Eric in Portland. I'm ready.
And it's been a while since I've heard you out there, Eric. Welcome back to the air. Your question for tonight: what is Taco, the singer of the 1982 synth pop cover of Puttin' on the Ritz, doing now? A. He continues to act and perform swing music in Germany. B. He opened a chain of Mexican restaurants in Europe. Or C, he became a professional tap dancer?
Oh, wow. No idea. Let's try Bravo. B Bravo tonight. Thanks for doing the net.
Well, actually, it is A. He continues to act and perform swing music in Germany. Taco Okerse, Ockerse, is still active in the European entertainment industry, performing big band and swing music, which isn't as popular in the US as it used to be. God, I remember the Glenn Miller days. Anyways, thanks for being out there, Eric. Great to hear you again. Hopefully, we'll hear you next week. Next, I heard, and unless my ears are deceiving, I have not heard you in years. Is that you, Ronald? K4GET.
Yes. Thank you, Ryan, for doing that. Ronald, we're up in Jasper, Florida now, not in Plantation anymore.
Well, it is great to hear you on the air. I remember when you guys headed back that way, or were moving somewhere, and then it was radio silence, and I kept asking the other controllers, "Is he okay? I haven't heard anything. Is he okay? Is he okay?" So it's great to hear you on the air, Ronald. It is truly magnificent. Your question for tonight: what does Pat McDonald of Timbuk3, known for the song "The Future's So Bright, I Gotta Wear Shades," do now? A, he runs a collaborative songwriting festival in Wisconsin. B, he manufactures a line of designer sunglasses. Or C, he became a nuclear physicist.
Well, I don't know, but I think it has to be B. It just makes sense. K4GET, thanks for the net.
Well, that would make sense. However, he actually runs a collaborative songwriting festival in Wisconsin. McDonald founded the Steel Bridge Songfest in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, which invites musicians to collaborate and write new music. I guess that would be a bright future for a lot of people. Thanks for being out there, Ronald. We appreciate it. Have yourself a beautiful morning, great week ahead, and I hope we hear you more out there. And last from that go around is K7ATG. I don't have you on the list. Can I get your roll call sign to make sure I got it correct? Your name and location, please.
7 Alpha Tango Delta, Terry in Ephrata, Washington.
Alrighty, that's why I had trouble finding you. I heard ATG. ATD, there you are. Kilo 7, Alpha Tango David. Terry, good evening. Welcome to the net. Thank you for the clarification on that. Your question for tonight, sir. What did the anarchist band Chumbawamba do years after Tub Thumping? A, they disbanded, wrote plays, and released a documentary about their political roots. B, they became conservative politicians in the UK. Or C, they opened up a pub chain across England.
Well, I've never actually heard of them, but for them, I would open up a pub chain across. Final answer. Thanks for running the net, and hopefully next week. ATD.
Absolutely. We do hope to hear from you next week. Strangely enough, they actually disbanded, wrote plays, and released a documentary about their political roots. The group amicably split in 2012 to pursue individual artistic projects and continue their political activism. Thanks for being out there, Terry. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful evening and a great week ahead. Alrighty, folks, this will be my final go around from anybody anywhere wishing to check in tonight's net. Final call, suffix of your call sign twice phonetically, please. Going once.
Alpha Oscar Kilo. Alpha Oscar Kilo.
It's right under the wire. Alrighty, and last call for tonight goes to Robert, KI5AOK.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all you Insomniacs out there. Robert, KI5, AOK, and, all right, give me your question. What do we got for tonight?
Alrighty, our questions are one-hit wonders and where they are today. Your question for tonight: what happened to Mark Almond of Soft Cell after the song "Tainted Love"? A. He enjoyed a long, highly successful solo career in the UK. B. He left music to become a software developer. Or C. He started a prominent vintage record label.
I know Tainted Love. I didn't know the artist behind it, and I don't know the history behind him afterwards, but I'm going to take a coin toss here, and I'm probably going to be wrong. I'm going to shoot with Bravo. B, Bravo. All right, it's, whoa, hi. All right, Ryan, doing the net tonight, do appreciate it, and everyone else out there, y'all have a great week, great weekend coming up, the God contest, whatever makes you happy, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. This is Robert, KI5, AOK.
Alrighty, Robert. Well, thank you for being out there. Strangely enough, it was actually A. He enjoyed a long, highly successful solo career in the UK. While Soft Cell only had one major US hit, Allman himself became a celebrated solo artist and was awarded an OBE by the Queen. OBE, whatever that is. So thank you for being out there, Robert. We appreciate it. Have yourself a wonderful morning and a great week ahead. Alrighty, folks, it is 11:30 p.m. on the West Coast time. This is Ryan, K1BLU, your Sunday Night Net Control Operator, and we're going to go ahead and bring tonight's net to a close. Let me go ahead and break for reset real quick. 4-1,000, 5-1,000. Alrighty, folks, I have not gone through the emails as of yet, but so far I have 45 check-ins, 23 with correct answers, and 22 learning something new. Almost split right down the middle. We'll see how the email does that. Again, on my net, nobody gets them wrong. It's learning something new because, let's face it, nobody knows everything, and learning weird and crazy trivia is always fun in one way, shape, form, or another. With that being said, I am always open to suggestions and ideas for the net. Trying to come up with 50, 60 questions a night. At least a topic that people are interested in. So if you guys have something you want to hear, send me an email and I'll see if it can be done. Also, this net is streamed on YouTube on my channel, K1BLU Communications, as well as a new Insomniac net channel. So you can catch it out on either one of those if you want to see me live in action as I'm waving at the camera here. But yeah, let me break for reset real quick.
What is the Insomniac channel, please?
It is the Insomniac Trivia Net if you search on YouTube. Basically, it's a simulcast of what's on mine as well. So same information, just different archives, so to speak. And last announcement for tonight, if anybody is interested in being a guest net control operator on the Sunday night channel, you ever thought of doing it, but you don't want to do it every single night and whatnot, feel free to reach out to me. I have the means, we have the power, we have the technology. You can co-host with me, you can ask the questions, you can give the answers, you can just call the call signs when Robert's not here. So please, if you ever wanted to get your face on YouTube and or call in the Insomniac Trivia Net, please reach out and let me know. I'm more than happy to teach, train, and have a backup on those times when Sunday night is, well, no, at least get you a chance to feel what it's like being out here in the hot seat. With that, I will go ahead and close the net, returning the frequencies back to normal undirected amateur use. This is Ryan in Lakewood, California, saying 7-3, wishing everyone a happy and wonderful week ahead. And I will catch you all same bat time, same bat channel next week. Have a good night, everyone. And I will keep the live stream going for a little bit longer here until I get the emails out at least.
But you do such a great job, Ryan. Hate to lose you, W6AX.
You won't be losing me. I'll just be two voices here bantering back and forth instead of me, myself, and I sitting here arguing on camera. No, just kidding. But no, I mean, some people sit there and go, man, I wonder what it's like. Well, that's what the option is. I'm not being replaced with somebody. I'm just teaching newer generations how to get out there and do it. So, anyways, back to grading emails. K1BLU.
Yeah, okay. Someday we'll talk to you on the telephone, but not tonight. It's been a long night for you and for me. W6AX is clear.
Roger that. When I go through emails here, I think I have an email from you. I'll send you my number, and then when you've got time, give me a call. If I don't answer, I'm busy at work, but if not, I'll get back to you when I can. If I do answer, then that means I've got a break from work. K1BLU.
What is it you do during the day or during the work week?
Well, besides have my mom that I take care of and my son, which I homeschool, or she homeschools and I help out with. Of course, we are on summer vacation, so I have him home. I'm also a on-call 24/7 for a medical company, radiology company with 6 offices from Oxnard to San Diego, fixing their IT stuff. And I have my own business doing IT stuff for, I think I've got about 5 or 6 clients left that call and need stuff done. So it's a pretty hectic work week, but there are quiet times in between. So I have trouble just saying, hey, I'm available here and now, and then I get a phone call and I'm not available here and now. So I stay busy.
Wow. I remember those days from myself. All right, very good. Thanks for doing the net, and thank you for your patience. W6AX is clear.
No problem. I always like chewing it up with intelligent people over the air. K1BLU, grading emails.
I don't attribute intelligence to myself, believe me. These days, maybe 10 years ago, but not now. Anyway, good night, W6XM.
Intelligence still counts if you've forgotten more than most of the people nowadays will ever learn. Have a good night, Gar. K1BLU.
You too. Bye-bye.
All righty. Let's
KO6NUS. Thank you, Ryan, for your hard work on that on Sunday nights. I know it takes a lot of effort to come up with this many individual questions, and it's always a very fun net. So once again, thanks again.
No problem. With the advent of AI, it kind of helps find the questions, but I still have to spot check and or review them because I found some mistakes with AI. When I ask AI for questions, I ask them for 70 questions, even though I'll usually only get through about 50 or so, 50 or 60, because there are some that I'm like, I don't know if that's correct or not, so I'm going to skip it. Or I blatantly know that's not correct, so I'm going to skip it. And sometimes it even gives me, hey, the answer's in the question. I can't use that one. Skip it. So there's a little thought behind it too. But with AI, finding the questions made it easier. But finding content that the wide range of people that listen to this net are interested in and engage with is the hardest part. I know I've got quite a few that like music and quite a few that like old time country music. And I've got a few hams that are not that are visually impaired, so they don't do the movies. And some that are like, I haven't been to a movie theater in 20 years, so I don't know the new movies. So it's trying to find, I mean, oceanography goes on Friday nights. I try and stay away from their stuff. A lot of the other nights do on this day in history, so I try not to do that. But just the nostalgic stuff that reminds us of the good old days is what I try for, and that's hard with the diversity that's out there on the air. And I'm talking too much and should be grading papers. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. K1BLU back on the side.
Yeah, it definitely sounds challenging, but you're doing a good job. And the incorporation of AI into your job just guarantees that net controllers in the future will be AI. So, yeah, I guess you're replacing your own job. But, it is what it is, and that's the future we're going to live in. KO6NUS, back to you.
Yep, I try and push that AI is augmented intelligence, not artificial, because there's nothing artificial about it. It's taking information that's fed to it. It's augmented intelligence. It's taking the intelligence that we already have and know and helping us put it in a way that we can utilize it more productively. So that's how I look at it, at least. It helps me sleep better at night, let's say. All right, have a good night. K1BLU.
Yeah, it's a backwards looking filter. That's how I would describe it. Yep. Have a good night. KO6NUS 73.
Hey, Roy, comment.
Go ahead, comment.
Hey, Ryan, just chuckling, and say, you're doing a great job. The topics you come up with, I'm looking at your bio here on the QRZ. Got to throw in the realistic TRC 23 Bravo. Yes, we come from some of the same background, and yeah, coming up with topics, that's great. Diversified humor. I like the old SNL format. The newer stuff, not so much, kind of a thumbs down, but there you have it. N7 NXT giving you a salute. So long for now.
Yes, I appreciate it there, NXT. And yeah, it's so much fun here. Yeah. All right, have a good night. K1BLU. AWX. Where's he at? He emailed. STN emailed. SCJ emailed. All right, so that should be that. Results. Total check-ins, emails included up until now are 50. Flat 50. Correct answers 24. Still learning 26. Alrighty, there's the answer for that one. Going out to the Insomniac TriviaNet group. And send. Alright. Alright, folks, so I'm going to go ahead and end the net on the live check-in dashboard. Thank you to all who stuck around on YouTube here. It looks like I got one viewer. There's a comment. Wonderful as always, with excellent questions. Thanks for always getting me most cheerfully. 7:30. Lynn in Houston. All right. Thank you, Lynn. I don't know why my messages aren't showing up on this view. Still trying to get down this whole live streaming thing. I'm supposed to get them on the streamer, but yeah. So, all right. Thank you guys for being out there. Again, anybody who wants to be live streamed with me. Robert's been too tired as of late, so I'm open for other people on here, and I have fun with it. You guys can too. So with that, I will go ahead and sign off for tonight and shut down and get some sleep before tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone, and we will see you next week. Thank you for being out there.